Yo, what's going on, everybody? We are live for the BattleHawks and the Brahmas in the XFL Championship game. The game just kicked off. We're about to see the game's first play from scrimmage. BattleHawks with the ball on their own 37-yard line following the kickoff. BattleHawks also home for this game. Winner faces the Stallions next week. They will start with a handoff to Sailors, who goes nowhere, losing a yard against a tough Brahma defense. These teams played last week. Hold on. The Brahmas won. The BattleHawks won in a close one, 13-12, because the Brahmas missed a field goal late in the game. And hoping we see a little bit more scoring this time around. McCarron swings this out to Sailors, bobbles it, and drops it. I also just realized I did not turn the delay on my mic, so it's going to be way behind. Alright, there we go. That should be a lot better. My voice and camera will now be synced up. Let me pull up the comments. Give me 1 second. But welcome to the stream, everybody. Early 3rd and 10 for St. Louis. McCarron in shotgun. Ja'Cory Pearson in motion. McCarron looks to throw. Pump fakes. Now going to roll to his left. McCarron on the run. Throws downfield. Open receiver, but off the hands of the UFL Offensive Player of the Year, Hakeem Butler. And that falls incomplete. Good looking play for the BattleHawks. McCarron wanted to go deep right away. Ended up pump faking the throw. And then finding an open Hakeem Butler who just can't catch the ball. Here's the punt. It is away. Will be fielded at the 20. Here on the return for the Brahmas, a cutback to the 33, and that is where he's taken down. But welcome to the stream, everybody. Be sure to vote on that poll. Brahmas with the football, no score early in the first quarter. I actually don't know who the starting quarterback is for the Brahmas in this game. I know Chase Garbers was battling a wrist injury. That is Chase Garbers on the field right now. So Garbers gets to start. That is great news for this offense. Garbers in shotgun. They will begin with a handoff to Josh Lovett, who goes nowhere. Both teams start the same way. A run for no gain. Chase Garber is on the season, 765 yards, 6 touchdowns, 2 picks. All those very limited action. Actually left last week's game early with a wrist injury. Hey everybody, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you too. How you doing? Garbers looks to throw, has time, throws over the middle of the field, broken tackle. Catch made by Justin Smith for a pickup of 4. The good news about the wrist injury for Chase Garbers, obviously it's not good when anyone gets hurt, but the good news about it is his non-throwing hand, his left wrist. Here's an early 3rd down for the Brahmas. They're the 6th best 3rd down offense, or 3rd worst in the league, converting on just 38%. Garbers throwing to the outside, completed for a 1st down. Jonte Kirkland with the catch, picks up the first down of the game for either side. And the Brahmas move the chains. Oh, hi, how's it going? How are you? Needed 7, Kirkland gets 8. Here's a 1st and 10 from the 44. Garbers will hand off to Lovett. It's got a ton of space up the middle. Lovett lowers the shoulder, picks up 12. Inside BattleHawk territory. Good running for Josh Lovett. Lovett had, I think, the highest amount of rushing yards in a single game by one player this season. I think he was close to 200. I'll check in a minute. Garber's off play action, throws over the middle. That's caught by a wide open Kirkland. Kirkland still on his feet, breaks another tackle inside the 30, taken down at the 22. This Brahms offense looking a lot better than they did last week. They could not do anything last week. Chase Garbers looks really good to start. And this Brahms offense moving the football right down the field. Something to note, Brahmas don't have tight end Cody Latimer, who's out for the season with an injury, but they do have a good backup tight end, Alize Mack. Here's an option. Oh no, it's a reverse. Marquez Stevenson with plenty of space to the outside. Stevenson forced it bounds after a gain of 7. That's a nice play design by the Brahmas. They fake the shovel option, then pitch it to Stevenson on the reverse. That was nice. Brings up a 2nd and 3. From the BattleHawk 15. They'll go back to the ground with Lovett. Up the middle, Lovett still fighting for yards. Will gain 5. Picks up 1st down in the process. In the regular season, Josh Lovett was the leader in touchdowns and rushing yards for the Brahmas with 423 yards and 5 touchdowns. And that one game where he went insane that I was referencing before, he ran for 153 against the defenders. So here is a 1st and goal from the 10, and we're going to get a timeout by the Brahmas with the play clock at 0:08:29 left in the 1st quarter. But the Brahmas looking really good to start this game. Moving the ball very effectively. Defense forces a 3 and out. And if the Brahmas can continue to move the ball like this, then that could be a disaster for the BattleHawks because they struggled against this defense last week. Let's go Brahmas. I think this should be a great game. If I had to choose who I want to win, I would pick the BattleHawks, but I don't really have a huge preference. It creates an interesting storyline for the championship game regardless of who wins, because if the Brahmas win, it becomes the Stallions against the only team that beat them in the regular season, or has beaten them in the past, 20 games, going back to last season. And if the BattleHawks win, then you're getting a rematch of what was essentially the game of the year. Hold on 1 second. I just want to check to make sure the audio is good. Give me a minute. So far, results in the poll, 67% of you guys have said the Brahmas will win, 33% have said the BattleHawks. Be sure to vote if you have not already done so. And I also put a poll out in the community tab of my channel You guys can be sure to look for polls, updates, anything like that. And it was also pretty close. 52% of you guys said the BattleHawks will win. 48% said the Brahmas. As far as my prediction for this game goes, I don't remember my exact score. Let me check real quick while we wait for them to come back from commercial. I have the BattleHawks by a score of 20-16. Brahmas have scored on 5 of their opening drives this season. That ties the most in the UFL, only behind the Panthers. No, sorry, not behind, tied with the Panthers. So first and goal from the 10. Here they fake the reverse and hand it to Lovett running left. He rumbles the ball, and it's going to end up losing 2. That's a good call on the fake reverse after they successfully ran a reverse a few plays ago. I like the calls for AJ Smith, Brahmas offensive coordinator so far. Garbers to throw on second goal from the 15. Underneath he'll find Kirkland, his 3rd catch already. And Kirkland will get it down inside the 5 to the 4. I'll bring up a 3rd and goal. Kirkland led the UFL in targets and catches throughout the regular season. Yet somehow was not named to the All-UFL team, which really surprised me. Considering he was also like 2nd in yards. 3rd and goal from a little inside the 5. Garber's off play action towards the end zone. Oh, is that picked? Picked off in the end zone. What an interception made by Kelly, number 23 of the BattleHawks defense. Wow, that was a great defensive play. I was expecting a touchdown. And then an incomplete pass. I did not think he was able to pick that. What a play. Garbers can definitely make a better throw. It would have been low had it gotten there. But that's a great play. Made by Cameron Kelly, number 23 of the Brahmas BattleHawks defense. That was a really nice defensive play. That ends what was a promising Brahmas drive with no points. And the BattleHawks will take over at their own 20 or 25. I don't remember what the rule is for that in the UFL, for like touchbacks on interceptions. Alright. I was just gonna check something. I don't remember what it was now. That's the 3rd interception of the season thrown by Chase Garbers. And the 9th they've thrown this season. Quentin Dormady has 6. And that is the 4th pick for Cameron Kelly, who actually led the BattleHawks in the regular season with 3. Cameron Kelly's 3 picks were actually tied for the league lead with AJ Thomas of the Battle Stallions, Markel Roby of the Roughnecks, and Kai Nakua of the Panthers. All had 3 in the regular season. They go back to this play. I like the call. Garber's just slightly late on the throw, and it allows Kelly to get in position to make a nice defensive play. Also, could be a better throw. Because it would have been a lot, or very low. So ball on the 25 for the BattleHawks, still scoreless with 7:06 to go in the first quarter. They'll begin with another run for Jacob Sellers, who powers ahead for 3. Obviously, this is the XFL Conference Championship game. The winner will move on to play against the Stallions next week at this same place, St. Louis. So the BattleHawks will have home field advantage if they end up winning this game, because it was announced before the season championship games in St. Louis. 2nd and 7. They will keep it on the ground with Sellers. Jacob Sellers with space into the secondary. Sellers chopped down at the 41. Nice running there for Jacob Sellers. That's a well-blocked run play. So here's a 1st and 10 from the 42. 6 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Here we got a trick play back to McCarron, who fumbles the ball. McCarron just going to try to fall on it. Did he fall on it? I don't know. He doesn't have the ball. Do the Brahmas have that? Let's see. I don't know who's got the ball here. The refs have to figure this out. Brahmas football. Wow, that's a huge turnover for the BattleHawks. They had just gotten the ball back, and they give the ball right back to the Brahmas. After a trick play goes horribly wrong. And the Brahmas now set up with excellent field position near the 20-yard line. That is a disaster for the BattleHawks. That play looked promising, and then McCarron couldn't catch the toss back from Darius Shepard cleanly. And then he was unable to fall on it, too. So the Brahmas now take over with excellent field position on the very edge of the red zone at the 20. Garbers hands off to Josh Lovett's going to try to bounce to the outside, and he's not going to find much space. No gain for Lovett. Travis Feeney with the stop there. AJ McCarron looks like he's getting his right hand looked at by the training staff. That's not good news. Garbers throwing quickly, another catch. No, sorry, I thought that was John Shea Kirkland. That is Marquez Stevenson, the guy they ran the reverse with before. So here is a 3rd and 5 for the Brahmas. Ball on the 15. Play clock at 2. They get the snap off. Garbers with time. Throwing towards the end zone. Wide open. Marquez Stevenson. Brahmas touchdown. They strike first in the XFL Conference Championship game. Brahmas get off to a great start. Oh, that's too bright. Hold on. Alright, there we go. I wanted to make it a little bit lighter, but didn't quite work. But the Brahmas, they get off to a great start with a great offensive drive, and then a turnover forced by the defense. Well, it's actually started with the defense going 3 and out, then a great offensive drive, forcing a turnover, and now scoring a touchdown on the third play off there. Here's a 1-point attempt. I will hand this off. Morgan Ellison bounces outside. Ellison diving towards the end zone. Ball comes out. He broke the play in first. Brahmas with the extra point. And it is now 7-0. The Brahmas actually the league's second worst team. And that's actually kind of close. I don't know if you guys in. They're the second worst team in the league in terms of points per touchdown. Remember, teams that have the option to go for 1, 2, or 3. They've converted on 2-point attempts at 1 for 7. They've converted just 1 3-point attempt. Majority of them have been 1-point attempts. So they have the second worst average points per touchdown at just 6.5. Which I don't know who that's behind. Or the only team that they're ahead of. Let me see if I can find any stats like that. Could be under teams. I don't know if they track that. Well, they have to track it at some point. Well, I could do the math this way, but I don't completely. What they have a PAT section on their team stats website, but this doesn't make sense. Why is there two different? And there's also no like key of what it means. All right, that does not make sense, but I can't seem to find that stat because it really does not make sense on the UFL website. But if I can somehow find it, hold on. Let me keep looking. There's still a commercial, by the way. Actually, they just got back from commercial. Yeah, I don't know how to find that stat. Alright, they're back from commercial. The Brahmas set to kick this off to the BattleHawks. Returned by Darius Shepard from the 12. Shepard on the return, plenty of space up the middle of the field. Shepard still on his feet to the 40, and he will get taken down at the 42. And now we get a little pushing and shoving after the play. Things in yesterday's game got kind of chippy between the Panthers and Stallions. But AJ McCarron and the BattleHawks offense back onto the field. BattleHawk miscues so far. They've lost a fumble as well as dropped 2 passes. One of them was on 3rd down that would have extended their opening drive. Here's a 1st and 10 from the 42. Brahmas leads 7-0. McCarron will turn around and hand this to Sellers. And Sellers will run straight into a defender, but powerful running will get him 7 yards. Second and 3. after a good first down run. Ball already just shy of midfield. We have a lineman split out wide. Two of them, actually. McCarron is just going to go down at the line of scrimmage. Looked like they tried to set up a screen to somebody on the outside. Might have been Hakeem Butler, but the Brahmas knew exactly what was coming. Here is a 3rd and 3 for the BattleHawks. Still not a single first down. McCarron in shotgun, Sailors the back line to his right. They shift to a wider formation. 3rd and 3. McCarron looks to throw, is pressured, and he goes down for a sack back at the 45. McCarron loses 4, and the Brahmas force another 3 and out. The BattleHawks are really about to go the entire first quarter without picking up a single first down. The Brahmas rushed 6. Overall, the protection was okay at first, but then it broke down. And McCarron goes down for a sack. So here is a 4th and 7. BattleHawks to punt for the second time today. The punt is away, and this will be returned by Stevenson from the 14, and Stevenson, not a great return, just up to the 18-yard line. And that is where the Brahmas offense will take over for their 3rd drive and a 7-0 lead with a little under 3 minutes to go. Actually, 2:15 to go in the first quarter. Hold on 1 second. So far, results in the poll, it is 50-50. Be sure to vote if you have not already done so. Alright, still waiting for them to come back from commercial. 2:15 to go in the first quarter. Brahmas lead 7-0 and take over with the football 1st and 10 on their own 18-yard line following the punt. So far, BattleHawk drives have gone 3 plays, 0 yards, resulting in a punt. 3 plays, 7 yards, resulting in a fumble. And 3 plays, 3 yards, resulting in another punt. Unusual to see the either the top scoring offense or the second best scoring offense. They score over 26 points a game. Struggle this badly, although they did struggle against this very defense last week, putting up a season low 13 points. And A.J. McCarron also finished with a season low 115 passing yards. 1st and 10 from the 18. Brahmas begin with a run. Josh Lovett goes up the middle for 2. Brings up a 2nd and 8. So far, the Brahmas have outgained the BattleHawks 84-15. And St. Louis is -4 passing yards. Garbers looks to throw. Garbers pressure, going to roll out to his right. Garbers on the run, looking downfield. Now he's just going to take this out of bounds for a loss of 2. We'll bring up a 3rd and about 10. Looked like they might have wanted to get that to running back Anthony McFarland. He's one of the fastest players in the league, and his speed has been very valuable for the Brahmas, although he has battled injuries throughout the season. Here's a 3rd and 8. McFarland still in at running back. Play clock at 1, and we're going to get a 2nd Brahmas timeout this first quarter because the play clock hit 0. We have a 3rd and 8 upcoming. That stops the clock. That timeout, the Brahmas' 2nd timeout, stops the clock with 1:07 to go in the first quarter. BattleHawks still with all 3 timeouts. And defense looking for a stop. Chase Garbers has gotten off to a really nice start, 6 of 7 for 63 yards and a touchdown. His only incompletion is actually a pick. He's completed every pass, just one to the wrong team. 3rd and 8, they got a free play. They're actually going to blow the play dead. The BattleHawks are trying to say false start. To me, it looked like the defense jumped first. It is an offsides penalty, or neutral zone infraction, that will give the Brahmas a free 5 yards, making this 3rd down a lot easier, going from a 3rd and 8 down to a 3rd and 3. They did get that call right. Defense definitely jumped first. 3rd and 3. Ball on their own 25. Garbers, empty backfield, looks to throw. Throws quickly, caught by Justin Smith for a 1st down. Justin Smith with his either 1st or 2nd catch of the game. Moves the chains for the Brahmas. That is the 2nd catch of the game for Justin Smith. So 1st and 10, 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Garbers, a delayed give to Lovett up the middle, who's going to break a tackle. Lovett still on his feet, fighting for yards. Will gain 5 on the 1st down run, which could very well be the final play of the first quarter. And that will bring the first quarter to a close. So after 1 quarter of play, the Brahmas lead this one 7-0. And the BattleHawks do not pick up a single 1st down. So the Brahmas lead this one going to the second quarter. BattleHawks offense needs to wake up. I do understand the Brahmas defense has been playing really well, and they have one of the best defenses in the league. Arguably the best defense. They have the best scoring defense in the league. A really good here. They have the best scoring defense, allowing just 15.3 points a game. The 3rd best rush defense, allowing 88.4 yards per game. The best passing defense, allowing just 169 passing yards a game. And the best total yardage defense, allowing just 257.4 passing yards a game. Additionally, they have the most sacks among any defense. They allow the third fewest yards per play, allowing just 6.32 yards per play. Oh, sorry, that's yards per pass. And then against the run, they have allowed the fewest rushing touchdowns, just 3 touchdowns allowed on the ground. Every other team, at least 8 rushing touchdowns allowed. But this is a really good Brahmas defense. And the turnaround for the Brahmas from last season to this season is great. They were really bad last year. But they brought in some good players. Chase Garbers makes a huge difference. They really improved the receiving core. Offensive line's better. And I think another huge impact, or huge factor in the improvement of the Brahmas this week, or this season, sorry, is got to be the addition of Wade Phillips. He has done an unbelievable job as head coach of the Brahmas. Alright, they're back from commercial. This is the third meeting between these two teams this season. The BattleHawks have won the previous 2, winning 31-24 back in week 3. That was in San Antonio. And then 13-12 last week right there in St. Louis. 2nd and 5 for the Brahmas. Garbers throws quickly. Oh, wow, tight window throw. Justin Smith is gone. Wow, Brahmas. That was a tight window throw from Chase Garbers. He gets it through there. BattleHawks make an aggressive play on the ball. They don't even get a hand on it. And Justin Smith walks in for a Brahma touchdown. That was a really good throw from Chase Garbers. That's a nice play. The Brahmas now lead this one 13-0. Again, they will go for a 1-point attempt where they're 8 of 16 on the season. They will try it again on the ground with Morgan Ellison, and he's not going to get in this time. And it will remain a 13-0 game. And their season average in terms of points per touchdown is pretty accurate after their first 2. 13 points, 2 touchdowns. Perfect average of 6.5. But the Brahmas have gotten off to a great start. Chase Garbers looks really good. He's up to 133 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick on 8 of 9 passing. That was a 63-yard catch and run for Justin Smith. I wish we got to see a full season of Chase Garbers because he's only played in a few games. He has been so good, though. Especially early in the season before his injury. I mean, he played against the Stallions, wasn't anything special. Last week he got hurt and struggled before he got hurt. But he looks great today, and he looked really good to start the season when he was fully healthy. I wish we got to see a full season of him. Here is Darius Shepard. He's going to break a tackle on the return, and Shepard is then swung down at the 33. So far, results in the poll, 54% of you guys have said the Brahmas will win, 46% have said the BattleHawks. Be sure to vote if you have not already done so. The Brahmas offense really controlling this game. They've run 18 plays to the BattleHawks 9 and outgained them 159 to 10. BattleHawks still in search of their first down. Here's a 1st and 10 from the 34 with 14:45 to go in the second quarter. McCarron off play action to the outside. That is caught by Stephen Mitchell. He's breaking tackles. He finally picks up a 1st down. And he's out of bounds after a good pickup. You're at the game. Nice. What's that like? This is the Brahmas' first play the BattleHawks' first play in Brahmas territory, and before the play, we actually got a pre-snap penalty. Looks to me to be defensive. And it is a defensive penalty. Yeah, the BattleHawks definitely haven't gotten off to the greatest start. But hopefully they can pick that up. Is this your first game of the season, or have you been to 2 games before? First and 5 from the 40. McCarron in shotgun, back one to his right. That's Wayne Gallman. And Gallman will get the carry up the middle, his first of the game. Gallman's still on his feet, getting pushed forward, carried forward by the center. And he's going to pick up 12 yards. And another 1st down for the BattleHawks. They will keep it on the ground with Gallman. This time, no space, as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here is a 2nd and 10 from the 30. McCarron in shotgun with the back one to his right. Second and 11. Again, they go to the ground with Wayne Gallman, his 3rd straight carry, and maybe 2 yards on the carry, not much space. Not a huge fan of that play call. 2nd and long, after a 1st down run that doesn't do anything. I think it would have gone to the air. Third and 9 for the BattleHawks. They're 0 for 2 on 3rd downs today. Struggled on 3rd down last week against this same defense where they went just 2 of 12. Mitchell splits out wide. McCarron looks to throw. Has time. Goes down the sideline for Butler. Oh, what a catch! Hakeem Butler incomplete. I thought he caught that. That's a great catch anyway, even though it's incomplete. Oh, I don't know. It looks like he got 4 steps in bounds. It depends where he controls the ball. He deflects it to him. I think that's a touchdown. He pins it to himself. It doesn't look like he's got very firm control, but I think that's control. 1, 2. I think that's a touchdown. I think he gets the feet in bounds, breaks the play, and then the defender knocks the ball again, which knocks it free. But I think he's got a touchdown before that. That's going to be an interesting conversation in that replay booth. Let's see, they will take a look at this. To me, this is a touchdown. It's tough to see if he has control, but I think he eventually gets it by pinning it between his right forearm and his body, gets 2 feet down, and then it's knocked free. Oh, they're going to keep the ruling on the field. Wow, no touchdown, 4th and 9. Wow, to me that's a touchdown. It's definitely hard to see, but I think he does it. Hakeem Butler still without a catch in this game. He dropped one on 3rd down earlier in the game. And it's been a slow start for the UFL Offensive Player of the Year. Here is a 46-yard field goal for the Brahmas, BattleHawks, my bad. So 46 yards from the right hash to get him on the board and cut it to a 10-point Brahmas advantage. And this kick is right down the middle. So the BattleHawks got on the board their best offensive drive by far. Almost a touchdown by Hakeem Butler. They do get points, and it's now 13-3 with 11:36 to go in the second quarter. Going back to that touchdown or incomplete pass, I might want another look at that, but it's awfully close. But I think to me that might be a touchdown. Obviously, it really doesn't matter what I think, but because the league doesn't care. I think that was a really close play. I mean, I understand why they kept it. It would have been really hard to overturn, and I think they probably made the right call. If it's too close to overturn, you just got to stick with what the ruling was on the field, which is incomplete. So I mean, I understand it, but from what I could tell, I think this is it should have been a touchdown. Even though it was incomplete, still, what an effort play by Hakeem Butler, and what a catch to even catch that. Alright, they're back from commercial. Brahma's going to get the football back, leading this one at 13-3. Again, results in the poll, 56% of you guys have said the BattleHawks will win, 44% have said the Brahmas. Make sure to vote if you have not already done so. My prediction for the game, I've got the BattleHawks 20-16, although with how the first half has played out so far, really the first 19 minutes of the game, definitely seems like we're in for a more high-scoring game. The kick is away, and it is going to be returned. Well, what just happened? My game froze for a second, and apparently it's returned to the 24, but I couldn't see the return. Because the game just completely froze for me. My bad. Sorry about that, but up to the roughly the 25 for the Brahmas. Their first 3 possessions, they went all the way down to the 4-yard line, then threw a pick. Then they have scored on each of their past 2 drives. Both touchdowns. 1st and 10 for the Brahmas. With 11.5 minutes to go in the first half. Ball on their own 26. Garbers will hand off to Anthony What the heck is this doing? McFarland gains 9. It cuts from the beginning of the play to the end of the play. But McFarland gains 9 yards running right. Hopefully it stops doing that. I believe that might have been his first touch of the game. He's not necessarily a guy that gets a ton of touches, but he makes the most of his opportunities for the Brahmas. 2nd and 1, Josh Lovett back in at running back. Standing to the right of Chase Garbers. Lovett gets the carry. Up the middle, he's got a first down, gaining 2. So 1st and 10 for the Brahmas. From their own 37. Garbers makes a check at the line. Play clock at 3. They just get the snap off. Quick throw outside to McFarland, and he is wrapped up. No, not wrapped up. Swung around, but he's somehow able to break that tackle and get back to the line of scrimmage. Should have been a loss of about 3. Instead, he's just able to actually turn into a 4-yard pickup. Garbers looks to throw. He's pressured, throws over the middle underneath, caught by Stevenson. He's tripped up a yard short of the line to gain. Will bring up a 3rd and 1. So 3rd and 1 for the Brahmas. 9:15 to go in the second quarter. Brahmas a perfect 3 of 3 on 3rd down so far. This looks like more about a yard and a half. They pitch it to Lovett running right. He's short. Lovett doesn't get it. Got about half a yard. It's still going to be 4th and roughly a full yard. And a decision coming for Wade Phillips and this Brahma defense. With him being a defensive coach, I'm expecting a punt. But we'll see. Are they measuring this? What's the holdup? Chase Garbers is over here talking with the opposition. Oh, they're going to measure. A true line measurement, yeah, he's well short. He is 32 inches short. 4th down, so that's nearly a full yard. 4th and 1, the Brahmas going to keep the offense out there to go for it. Just inside their own territory. This kind of surprises me. But, I mean, it is a conference championship game. I get it. Garber's now going to go under center. Oh, they jumped. The BattleHawks jumped. Oh, wow. I don't even know if they were going to snap this. Garbers went under center to fake the sneak. Or at least line up that way. And the BattleHawks jump off sides. Number 99 jumps off sides and extends the drive for the Brahmas. The BattleHawks have had a few of those mistakes today. But a couple of drops, a fumble, I believe 2 offsides penalties. First and 10 from the BattleHawk 49. Garbers in shotgun will hand off to McFarland up the middle, and McFarland will pick up 5 on first down. Here we got a list of BattleHawk miscues so far. 2 drop passes, a fumble lost. They've given up a sack and have had 2 defensive penalties, both of which they've had 2 defensive penalties that have given the Brahmas a first down. Plus, they haven't been able to stop Chase Garbers, who's thrown for 142 yards and 2 scores. Here they go back to the ground with Josh Lovett. He will gain 2 to bring up a 3rd and 3. They're going to mark this a 3rd and 2. 7:05 to go in the second quarter. Again, BattleHawks defense needs a stop. Ball on the 41. Garbers will look to throw. Here comes a blitz. He gets it out quickly. McFarland caught well behind the line of scrimmage. No, they're actually going to mark this incomplete. Cameron Kelly, who had the pick before, with the pass breakup there, brings up a 4th and 2. And again, we got a decision for Wade Phillips and the Brahmas. We got the punt unit coming out here. What's up, man? How you doing? I'm doing good. How about you? Oh, what am I watching on? Because I want to watch on ESPN. The game's actually on Fox today. So 4th and 2, the Brahmas send on Brad Wing to punt it away. The former New York Giant punter. And this punt will be fair caught at the 15 by Darius Shepard. And that is where the Brahmas will take over, the BattleHawks offense will take over. You're doing good. Glad to hear that. So the BattleHawks offense gets the ball back, looking for points on 2 straight drives. They have a 1st and 10 from their own 15 with 5:55 to go in the first half. Chase Garbers has gotten off to a tremendous start. 10 of 12 passing for 142 yards, 2 scores, and an interception. That previous drive was actually the first Brahmas punt of the day. Hold on 1 second. I just want to check something while wait for them to come back from commercial. Alright, they're back from commercial. BattleHawks with the football on their own 15. AJ McCarron, extremely slow start so far. Just 1 of 4 passing, 21 yards, and has taken a sack. Here on first down, McCarron in shotgun. Back one to his right, they will hand off to Sellers. And Jacob Sellers will run for a pickup of 4. Sellers named to the All UFL team as their running back. Right? Or did I completely make that up? I'm almost 100% sure he was their running back. For some reason, I'm doubting that right now. I'll check after this play. 2nd and 6 from the 19. Sellers exits the backfield. BattleHawks have a free play. McCarron rolls to his right, throws to the outside. Incomplete. Ja'Cour Pearson the target. Although they will get a free 5 yards thanks to the offsides penalty. Yeah, I was correct. Jacob Sellers was the All UFL running back. So here is a 2nd and 1. Second and 1 after the penalty on their own 24. Play clock at 1, they get the snap off, another run with Sellers. He's going to cut inside, he's got a first down. Oh, close to a first down, I'm pretty sure he got it. This ball comes in right at the line to gain. It looks like it should be enough to move the chains. Yep, it's the BattleHawks first down. BattleHawks play selection so far, they've ran the ball 11 times for 31 yards, thrown it just 5 times for 17 yards. Looks like a play stopped here. Oh, there was an injured player on the field. I think it was a Brahma defensive back. Hopefully he's okay. So 1st and 10 from the 25. McCarron, another run for Jacob Sellers. This time he's taken down in the backfield, loss of 2. Ran the ball, it's a pretty stacked box there. Surprised we have not seen him throw the ball more. Got one of the best quarterbacks in the league, the offensive player of the year at receiver. Plenty of playmakers outside of just those two. Here's a pass. Underneath, there's Hakeem Butler. His first catch of the game. And he will pick up 6 on the completion. Not only is Hakeem Butler just a really good receiver, but he is a matchup nightmare standing at 6'6". Here's a 3rd and 5. BattleHawks 0 for 3 on 3rd downs, averaging 7.3 yards to go. This one a little bit easier than that. 3rd and 5. We see Ja'Cour Pearson line up in the backfield to the right of McCarron. Now he exits the backfield. McCarron looks to throw. McCarron dancing around the pocket, rolling to his right. McCarron pressured and wrapped up for a sack back at the 22. Just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, and he goes down for a sack. And the BattleHawks have still not converted a 3rd down. No, 0 for 4. And 2 for 16 when you include last game. Oh, he tried to roll out to his right, but the Brahma defensive lineman just grabbed his arm and didn't let him go anywhere. So here's a 4th and 12. The BattleHawks on to punt it away for the, I think, 3rd time this first half. And they will actually punt it away after the 2-minute warning. Is this 2-minute warning right here? But 2 minutes to go in the first half. The Brahmas lead this one 13-3. And set to get the football back on a punt. Just change the ball marker right there, because I know I'll forget if I have to do it later. But this Brahmas defense was really good in the regular season. That has continued to be the case. Here in the playoffs. They've allowed just 46 total yards and average. BattleHawks have averaged 2.4 yards a play. Results in the poll. So far, 57% of you guys have said the BattleHawks will win. 43% have said the Brahmas. Be sure to vote if you have not already done so. And I'll give an updated prediction at halftime, but my original prediction was BattleHawks by a score of 20-16. Alright, they're back from commercial. Brahmas going to get the football back on the punt after the 2-minute warning. They will have 2 minutes and 1 timeout to work with before halftime. The BattleHawks still have all 3 timeouts. So the BattleHawks punted away. Marquez Stevenson back deep to receive, and Stevenson fields this at his own 27. On the return, Stevenson going to go a wide angle, and he's not going to get the edge. He's going to get taken down at the 26. Good coverage by the BattleHawk special teams. Obviously, the winner of this game will face the Stallions, who won the USFL Conference Championship game yesterday. They will face them next week. I'll also be streaming that game, just like I am this one. And that game will be played in St. Louis. So here's a 1st and 10. Garbers will hand off to McFarland running right. He's tripped up after gaining only a yard. So here is a 2nd and 9. Play clock at 3 for the Brahmas. 1:10 to go in the first half. Just get the snap off. Garbers throws downfield incomplete. Looking for Justin Smith. Came up a little bit short. He was pressured on the throw as well. 3rd and 9. If you get a stop here for the BattleHawks, do you call a timeout and try to go put a drive together? I would think so. Because, I mean, you get points, you don't get the ball to start to have. I think you should try to put a drive together. If you can get the ball back and get a stop here. Again, the play clock very low for the Brahmas. They snap it with 2. Garbers over the middle. That is caught by Stevenson for a first down. Stevenson to the 45. The Brahmas move the chains. 58 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 45, Garbers will look to throw. Garbers with time. Plenty of it. Now going to roll to his left. Garbers on the run. Going to set his feet. Then launch way downfield. Garbers overthrew his receiver. Looking for Josh Lovett, his running back, near the end zone. That brings up a 2nd and 10. Stopping clock with 46 seconds left. Chase Garbers has made some really nice throws. That 3rd down throw to Stevenson was another one. That was a really nice one, just beyond the hand of the defender. 2nd and 10. Here is Kirkland looking to throw this. He threw a touchdown in the regular season. He's now going to run it with nowhere to go with the football. And Kirkland out of bounds after a pickup of 4. Out of bounds, 37 seconds left, brings up a 3rd and 6. So a 3rd and 6, 37 seconds left in the first half. BattleHawks and Brahmas in the XFL Conference Championship game. Brahmas lead 13-3. They have 1 timeout left and might have to use it right here with play clock at 0, and they will use their final timeout. Brahmas still with all 3. BattleHawks still with all 3 timeouts remaining. Brahmas now with none. And the Brahmas will have some extra time to talk over this 3rd and 6 play. Alright, still waiting for them to come back from commercial. Brahmas with a 3rd and 6 upcoming. Alright, they're back from commercial. Brahmas have a 3rd and 6 with 37 seconds to go in the first half. Ball on their own 49-yard line. They have to get to the BattleHawk 45. So 3rd and 6. Empty backfield for Chase Garbers. Jonte Kirkland in motion. Garbers looks to throw. He's pressured off the edge. He's going to launch one deep down the field. Again, he overthrew his receiver at the same spot. And that'll bring up 4th and 6. And the Brahmas going to be forced to punt it away. So 4th and 6, Brad Wing comes on to punt for the 2nd drive in a row. Shepard going to field this inside his own 10-yard line at the 5. Shepard on the return up to the 17. And that's where the BattleHawks will take over with 22 seconds to go. They do have all 3 timeouts to work with, so let's see what Anthony Beck and the BattleHawks decide to do. So 1st and 10, McCarron in shotgun. They will look to throw. McCarron is pressured. He's going to roll out to his left. McCarron on the run, going to throw to Shepard for a pickup of 7. That play used up 8 seconds. They get out of bounds, have 14 seconds left. That was really just not a productive play. That used way too much time, gaining just 7 yards. You need a couple of chunk plays right here. You can use the entire field with all your timeouts too. I get you also just don't want to throw anything too risky, and then give them a field goal opportunity. But from your own 24 here, you got the entire field to work with. McCarron looks to throw, throws to the outside, caught by Butler. Butler breaks the tackle, he's out of bounds at the 30. 8 seconds left. Alright, you got to try something that's going to get you a big chunk of yards right here. Your kicker's got a big leg. Made a 61-yarder against the Stallions back in week 7. So if you can get into field goal range with a big play here in 8 seconds and a timeout, it's doable, or you can just try to get to midfield and throw a Hail Mary. McCarron looks to throw again. Going to roll out to his right. He's pressured. Throws low. Caught by Sellers. He's going to end the half. Tries to get out of bounds, but unable to do so before the clock hits 0. Now McCarron down on the field after the play. That's not what you want to see. Let's see what happened to McCarron. Oh, he's grabbing his left ankle when he just goes down. That might be the same one he injured against the Stallions that kept him out 2 games. I'm not really sure, but that is not what you want to see if you're the BattleHawks just in general. But we reach halftime. The Brahmas lead this one 13-3. And I'm going to go take a quick break. As I do at halftime of every game I stream. McCarron's still down, just helped up now. He was grabbing at his left ankle when he went down. Let's see if there's anything that really happens here on this play. Maybe the defender landed on him, but it didn't look like anything too unusual. But that is definitely going to be something to monitor as he slowly walks off the field. But hopefully he's okay. I'm going to go take a quick break as I do at halftime of every game I stream. I'll be back in a few minutes before the second half of the game. Actually, let me just change the scoreboard first. I completely forgot about this. Also, the Brahmas get the football to start the third quarter. All right, now I'm going to go to break. All right, I'm back. Thank you guys for staying with me as I took a quick break. But the Brahmas lead the BattleHawks by a score of 13-3 at the half. AJ McCarron just went down with an injury right before halftime, and I really hope that's nothing serious. And also, just never want to see anyone get hurt in the first place. But as far as my updated score prediction goes, I originally said the BattleHawks would win by a score of 20-16. I think we're going to see some more points scored than what I originally thought. But I really don't know who I'm going to pick now, because I don't trust BattleHawks with Manny Wilkins. I mean, he threw 3 picks against the Renegades the last time he played. I do not trust him. That's not saying he can't be effective, but I just don't trust the offense with Manny Wilkins at quarterback. So because we don't know what's going on with McCarron, I'm going to say the Brahmas win this one by a score of, let's say, let's go 24. Let's say Brahmas win this one 24-17. Yeah, let's go 24-17 updated score prediction. But I really have no idea. A lot of it depends on if the BattleHawks can wake up offensively. Going over some first half stats. For the Brahmas, Chase Garbers got off to a great start, cooled down a little bit as the half progressed, but finished with great numbers in the first half. 11 of 16 for 161 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Rushing for the BattleHawks, Josh Lovett, 10 carries, 24 yards. Anthony McFarland, 3 for 15. Marquez Stevenson, 1 for 7. And Jonte Kirkland, 1 for 4. Then receiving for the Brahmas, just 4 guys to catch a pass. Justin Smith, 3 for 73 and a touchdown, which was a 63-yarder. Marquez Stevenson, 4 for 44 and a touchdown. Jonte Kirkland, 3 for 40. And Anthony McFarland, 1 for 4. Then for the BattleHawks, AJ McCarron, 5 of 8, 53 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. On the ground, Jacob Sowers, their leading rusher, 7 carries, 27 yards. Wayne Gallman, 3 carries, 12 yards. AJ McCarron, 1 carry for nothing. And Darius Shepard, 1 carry for a loss of 10, but that was really just his fumble. Then receiving for the BattleHawks, Stephen Mitchell, 1 catch, 21 yards. Hakeem Butler, 2 catches, 13 yards, although had a 1 near touchdown and another drop. Jacob Sowers, 1 catch, 12 yards, and Darius Shepard, 1 for 7. Each team actually only with 4 pass catchers. And going over team stats from the first half, beginning with just overall stats, the Brahmas outgained the BattleHawks 211-71. They owned time possession 16:44 to 13:16. They're averaging more yards per play, 6.6 to 3.2. They're outpassing the BattleHawks 161 to 42. They're outrushing the BattleHawks 50 to 29, and each team has turned the ball over once. But the team's retaking the field for the second half of the XFL Conference Championship game. Obviously, the winner will face the Stallions in St. Louis next week for the UFL Championship. It's interesting either way. Obviously, as I've said this, before it creates an interesting storyline either way. The BattleHawks play the Stallions in the game of the year, where the Stallions hung on to win, and then if they play the Brahmas, Brahmas the only team to beat the Stallions in the last like 20 games. But also we got the attendance for this game announced pretty early. 30,237. That's good. It's better than a lot of what the league is, but considering this is St. Louis, who has the best attendance in the league by far, I consider that a disappointment. The first playoff game in St. Louis in a while, and it only got 30,000. To me, that's a disappointment, but hold on. But I mean, they also only had 1 week to sell the tickets, with the game only being confirmed to be in St. Louis last week. So I mean, it's understandable that it's not great, but I just wish it was a little bit better. They had about 10,000 more than that, 40,317 in their first game of the season. Battlehawks are in the same situation they was in last year without AJ or Dunn. Yeah, that is true. We'll have to see if he comes back out for the second half. Didn't look great, but it also didn't look like anything too unusual. They kick off here to start the second half. I will change the scoreboard in a second, and this kick will go bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. All right, Anthony Beck just said McCarron is getting treated for his ankle injury. They're probably going to start with Manny Wilkins, but he didn't rule McCarron out or anything like that. So we'll see. McCarron coming back out on to the field now. So they'll have to assess him and see if he will continue. I would imagine probably, considering this is a playoff game, but it depends. Brahmas hand off to Lovett up the middle. Plenty of space. Lovett breaking a tackle. Gain of 11, first down. Brahmas on the first game of play of the game, or play of the second half. McCarron walking back onto the field now. It looked like he was hurting pretty bad. Wouldn't be a smart move to put him back in. I can understand, but it really just depends on how the staff feels about it. McFarland gets the carry, running right. He only picks up a yard. With or without McCarron, the Battlehawks offense just really needs to pick up the pace. McCarron back on the sideline. We'll have to see if he's able to go. Second and 9. They go back to McFarland on the ground, and he picks up about 3. That'll bring up a 3rd and 6. This is an area where St. Louis has struggled. The Brahmas have been very effective on third downs. The BattleHawks haven't converted a single third down all day. Brahmas 4 of 8 on third down. Garbers looks to throw. Gets it out quickly. That is caught short of the line to gain. Well short. A full 2 yards. Justin Smith made the catch. Unable to break free. And that brings up a fourth down. And the BattleHawk defense forces a punt. So Brad Wing comes on to punt. I believe the Brahmas have now punted 3 straight drives after not punting at all for the majority of the first half. Although they had a couple punts late in the first half. Shepard to return it from the 14. And not much space on the return, only up to the 16. Or 17, actually. And A.J. McCarron will come back onto the field. Well, it looked like he was in a lot of pain after, as the first half ended. He looks to be good enough to come back onto the field for the second half. That is good news to see, not only for BattleHawk fans, but for all UFL fans, and just people in general. Karen only threw the ball 8 times in the first half for 53 yards. And we'll have to see if he's limited at all with his ankle injury. So left ankle injury, I don't remember if that's the same one he injured in Birmingham. Here is the handoff to Sailors. He's going to go backwards for a loss of 2. So 2nd and 12. I think the BattleHawks need to throw the ball more. I know this is number 1 pass defense, but this is a really good passing offense as well. I think they need to get McCarron and all their playmakers at receiver a lot more involved. 2nd and 12, they will keep it on the ground. Sailors is, again, not going to get much. He's going to actually break free of initial contact for 4. Flag comes in. I think this is going to be an unnecessary roughness on the BattleHawks. We'll have to see what this is. I think a BattleHawk lineman shoved a Brahma defender after the play. But we'll have to see. Yeah, right there. 75. Flag came out right there. We got personal foul, unnecessary roughness by 75 after the play, yeah. That's 15 yards. And wait, I don't know if that was after the play or during the play now, because that makes a difference depending on if it's replay the down or if it was after the play and it's still 3rd down. Whatever it is, they got a long way to go. It is 2nd down, so that was a part of the play, what they're saying. 2nd and 23 from their own 3-yard line. They will again run it with Sailors up the middle, who's going to find some space, and Sailors going to get a good chunk of that yardage back. And gaining about 9. From the 3 up to... Oh, wait a minute. That was actually 3rd down. The broadcast had up the wrong down. That was 3rd and 23, not 2nd and 23. As the punt unit now comes on for St. Louis. So sorry about that. It said 2nd and 23, but it was really 3rd down. It's now 4th and 12. As the BattleHawks go 3 and out on their first drive of the second half. punts away. Stevenson will field this at his own 36. And on the return, Stevenson going to cut it up the right sideline. Stevenson with space. Stevenson, a great return. A flag comes in. The return gets up to the 47 of the BattleHawks, but we'll have to see which way this ends up going. Oh, are they really going to call that a blindside block? They might call it like a blindside block or something like that. Yeah, they will call an illegal blindside block. I just, it's nothing with that penalty. I just hate that penalty in football. When you hit the guy in the chest or in the, like the side of his shoulder, and because he's not looking at you, it's an illegal blindside block. That's just all of it. I just hate that rule. Nothing against the UFL or even the refs right there for that cool. That's just a general football rule that just stinks. Alright, so waiting for them to come back from commercial. Brahmas gonna get the football at their own 38 after the penalty's been forced. So still great field position. So 13-3, Brahmas lead, 10-17 to go in the third quarter. Garber's in shotgun. McFarland in the back line, which is right. McFarland gets the carry up the middle. McFarland into the secondary. Anthony McFarland off to the races. Nobody will catch him in the open field. McFarland, touchdown, Brahmas. Anthony McFarland, one play. And a Brahmas touchdown that extends their lead even further. You cannot let him get into the open field. He is too fast and nobody will catch him. Anthony McFarland with a long touchdown run. And the Brahmas extend their lead. It is now 19-3. Brahmas going to wind up to go for 2 to make it an 18-point game. Throwing quickly, Kirkland makes the catch. He's tackled short of the end zone, and it will stay a 16-point game, 19-3. But Anthony McFarland, one play touchdown. .61 yards. And a touchdown for the BattleHawks. For the Brahmas after just one play. A 61-yard score for McFarland puts the Brahmas near 300 yards of offense on the day. BattleHawks still don't even have 100 at 85 yards. So still waiting for them to come back from commercial. Brahmas with a 61-yard touchdown run from McFarland a minute ago to extend the lead to 19-3. BattleHawks need to do something offensively. They have just one scoring drive where they kicked a field goal and need the offense to wake up. Just 85 total yards. They need to throw the ball more too. They're facing a great overall defense, but this is an offense that's good enough to score. They just haven't played that well, especially on third downs where they're over 4. So the Brahmas kick this off. And this will be returned by Darius Shepard. Shepard on the return across the 30, still on his feet to the outside across the 40. And he's taken down at the 41. Good return for Darius Shepard. Now, let's see if the BattleHawk offense can build off that, because they desperately need to. So McCarron and the BattleHawk offense back onto the field, 1st and 10 from their own 41. McCarron in shotgun, Sowers the back one to his left. Sowers with plenty of space on the run into the secondary, running people over, still on his feet. Sowers into Brahmas territory, taken down at the 35. Jacob Sowers with a big run there for the BattleHawks. Maybe this is the start of something for them offensively. Good return, then a good play. The first play after that, a nice run from Sowers. I still don't know why they're not throwing the ball more. Ball on the 35, they go back to the ground with Jacob Sowers. He makes a cut, runs somebody over, and gains 9. I mean, when you're running the ball like this, I can understand it, but they just haven't ran the ball insanely well like this all game. So 2nd and 1. Ball on the Brahmas 27. McCarron in shotgun. Off play action. McCarron over the middle. Incomplete. Looking for Hakeem Butler, but he slipped. Brings up a 3rd and 1. Battlehawks 0 for 5 on 3rd downs. Here is a 3rd and 1. McCarron in shotgun. They're going to hand this off to Goldman. He goes nowhere. Losing 3 on the play. Brahmas defense was ready for that one. The Battlehawks are going to keep the offense out there to go for it. I don't hate the decision. It's 4th and 4 from the 30. Play clock at 1. They get the snap off. McCarron looks to throw. McCarron with time. Gonna take a shot downfield for Butler. Oh, what a catch! Hakeem Butler! What a catch down to the 3-yard line. Wow. Throw it up to your 6'6" receiver on 4th and 4. And he makes an unbelievable catch inside the 5-yard line. He goes up with one hand. Eventually gets a second hand on it, but what a catch for Hakeem Butler. First and goal, ball on the 3. Boy, did they need that. Get the ball in the red zone for the first time today, where they score a touchdown on 65% of their red zone trips, which is best in the UFL. Here's Jacob Sellers running right. Sellers will get down to the 1. Second time Hakeem Butler has made a great catch. The first one was called off due to him apparently being out of bounds and not having control of the ball. This one was for sure a catch, and boy did they need that. Here is a 2nd and goal from the 1. McCarron in shotgun. Another run for Jacob Sellers, powering towards the end zone. Sellers is again stopped just short. A flag comes in. Oh, I think they might call a face mask there. That's going to be a face mask. Oh, that's a bad penalty for the Brahmas. The defender, I can't see the number, gets his hand in the face mask of Jacob Sellers. Oh, that's a bad penalty. Not only does it put the ball on, like, the 1-foot line, but it gives them a completely fresh set of downs. That's a bad penalty. So, 1st and goal from, like, the 2-inch line. Hakeem Butler is matched up 1-on-1 if they want to take that shot. 1st and goal. McCarron rolls to his right, throwing, caught. Let's see. He fumbled out of bounds. The Battlehawks are trying to say he got in first. Hold on, I don't know what happened here. He catches the ball cleanly. Yes, catches the ball. That's a touchdown. Does the ref need glasses? That is clearly a touchdown. He catches the ball, reaches his arm across the goal line, in for a touchdown. Then the defender hits him and he loses the ball. That's a touchdown. The ref signaled no touchdown and it was a fumble. All right, they do give him the touchdown. They get that call right. So the Battlehawks cut it to a 10-point game and will wind up to go for two. That would make it an 8-point game should they convert. From the 5, McCarron in shotgun, Pearson in motion. They will throw to Core Pearson behind the line of scrimmage. Throws to the end zone. Butler has it. Inbounds. And the 2-point conversion is good. That was nice. A backwards pass to Ja'Core Pearson, even though it doesn't have to be backwards on the UFL. You can do a double pass. Let's see. This is going to be close if you got the feet in. Oh, I don't know. That's going to be close. To me, this one is a no. But I think the other one, which would have been a touchdown in the first quarter, he was a yes. Got the feet in. They ruled it was good to make it 19-11. But I'm not sure if you got a second foot down. I don't know if they can go back and change that, or if that has to be challenged. But as it stands right now, it is 19-11, an 8-point game. And boy, did the Battlehawks need that drive. Their first touchdown of the day. Makes it a one-score game, an 8-point game. And we'll have to see if it stands. But it should. Unless it's challenged, not really sure. So waiting for them to come back from commercial. Brahmas have their lead. Cut to being only a 8-point game, 19-9. Oh, wait a minute. We actually overturned this call. The 2-point attempt was no good. It is now 19-9. They reviewed this. It says official review runner was out of bounds. The 2-point conversion is no good. Which I do think they got that right. He was only got 1 foot down. But that was just a huge touchdown. It's still a 2-score game, being a 10-point game. Which is why that 2-point conversion was big, but at least touchdown is positive. Here's Stevenson on the return for the Brahmas, breaking this outside. Stevenson is forced to bounce at the 28. And that is where Chase Garbers and the Brahma offense will take over, up by 10. After their defense allowed the first touchdown of the game. Or their first touchdown of the game. AJ McCarron on that last drive, 2 for 3, 28 yards and a touchdown. Hasn't even thrown the ball a ton, but the BattleHawks offense hasn't played well, but they've played good enough to stay in this game. Only down by 10. Garbers fumbles this. Oh, it's recovered. No, it's still free. BattleHawks scoop it up. BattleHawks run it in for a touchdown. Pita Tamana BattleHawks score. Wow, everything's going the BattleHawks' way. A scoop and score for the BattleHawks. Wow, that was huge. BattleHawks now trail by 4. This is huge. They went from being down by 16 to now being down by 4 in the span of like 2 minutes. Wow. Second turnover of the game for the Brahmas. This one, they just can't fall on it. And it keeps bouncing around. The BattleHawks then scoop it up and run it in. Wow, that was huge. 19-15. Now you can't tie it on the conversions. Let's see what they opt to go with. You could go. The most you could do is a 3-point, which would be make it a 1-point game, 19-18. They're again wanted to go for 2. McCarron under center. Another trick play. They're going to throw this back to McCarron, who is wrapped up. Actually, behind the line of scrimmage. I don't really love that call. I mean, I like the trick play, but I don't love that call with McCarron already on an injured ankle. And then having him do more on. I don't love that call. Especially he eventually ends up getting tackled. But that was a huge touchdown for St. Louis. I think that's marked down a Chase Garbers fumble. But I'm not positive. Because it looked like it was a read option, and as Garbers went to keep it, he didn't grip it cleanly. But the kick is away. Brahma's going to get the ball back. And this is going to go into the end zone for a touchback. A disastrous last few minutes for the Brahmas. So here's the 1st and 10 from the 25. St. Louis right back in this game, down by 4 with 5:41 to go in the 3rd quarter. Garbers hands off to Lovett running left. He's still fighting for yardage, and he's going to pick up 8 on the 1st down carry. Hard running for Josh Lovett, and a good push from the offensive line. So 2nd and 2. Garbers off play action, rolls right. Garbers on the run, throws downfield, caught by Stevenson. Did he get the feet in? No. Wait, did he? Yes, he did. Wow. He did get the feed, and what a catch for Stevenson along the sideline. Brahmas going quickly. They get the snap off. McFarland dancing around. He will pick up 6 on first down, getting it inside BattleHawk territory to the 49. Here's a replay of that catch for Stevenson. Yeah, that's a good catch. As long as that foot's in bounds. I mean, you can't go back and review it now, because they ran another play. But as long as his left foot's in bounds, that's a clean catch. 2nd and 4. Garbers will again hand off to Lovett up the middle. Plenty of space, spinning his way free. Josh Lovett into the secondary. Lovett taken down inside the 20 of the 19. The Brahmas really running the ball effectively here. Their offense has actually been playing really well. Throwing it nicely with the Garbers, running it with either McFarland or Lovett. A really good offensive performance today for the Brahmas. Last week, with McFarland and Lovett both out, they ran for just 56 yards. This week, 100 more than that. Here's McFarland with the carry. He's going to gain just 2. The Brahmas have run for 135 yards. Although I'm not sure if that's fully updated. Here's a 2nd and 8 with 2:55 to go. That's what I'm trying to say. In the third quarter, that is. Empty backfield for Chase Garbers. Ball on the St. Louis 17. Garbers on a design quarterback run. Garbers going to break this to the outside and then give himself up after a gain of 2. Not wanting to take a hit. Haven't really seen him run a ton, although definitely a dynamic runner for the quarterback position. This is the third Brahma trip to the red zone. The first 2, one has resulted in a touchdown, the other a pick in the end zone. Here's a 3rd and 6 from the 15-yard line. They're going to run this with Josh Lovett running left. Lovett looks for a lane, not going to find much space. He'll gain 2 to bring up a 4th and 4. So 4th and 4, here comes the field goal unit for the Brahmas. Wow, that is not good. Brian Santoso missed his last 5 field goals. This one from 31. And he makes this one, making 1 for his last 6. And it's now a 7-point game, 22-15. So this game now 22-15. The Brahmas lead this one. Alright, these stats that I've told you are not updated because it still says the score is 19-9 when it hasn't been that way for like 5 minutes. So let me find some updated stats. But 22-15, the Brahmas lead the BattleHawks. .118 left in the third quarter. The Brahmas have ran for 185 yards, thrown for 176. and have 361 total yards. BattleHawks have 71 passing yards, 74 rushing yards, 145 total. But waiting for them to come back from commercial break, the BattleHawks will get the ball back. But still waiting for them to return from commercial. Actually, they just got back right as I said that. But 22-15, Brahmas lead with 1:18 to go in the third quarter. Brahmas defense has already given up their season average in points. They, on average, give about 15.3. Overall, their defense tonight has been pretty good. A takeaway, 2 sacks, 7 tackles for loss, and have not allowed a third down conversion. But still very much anyone's game. Still in the third quarter, a little over a minute left, and a 7-point ball game. Brahmas kick off after the field goal. Darius Shepard will come up to the 20 to field a short kick. And Shepard already passed the 40 before he's taken down at the 43. The Brahmas take over, good field position. Their points tonight in the first 39 minutes and 5 seconds, they had 3 points. In the next 14 seconds to follow that, they scored 12. First and 10 from the 42. McCarron throws to the outside, caught by Hakeem Butler for a pickup of 6. Second and 3. Ball on their own 49. McCarron in shotgun. Sailor has the back one to his left. 45 seconds left in the third quarter. They'll go to the ground with Sailors up the middle. And Sailors will have enough for a BattleHawk first down, picking up 3. They will have to run another play before the quarter ends, as the play clock about half a second ahead. The BattleHawks didn't know they had to snap it. McCarron just asked the ref, and he said you had to snap it. Now they're going to delay. Wait, what? I'm confused. One ref said you had to snap it. The other ref said, no, you don't have to snap it. That was weird. But 22-15, heading into the fourth quarter, the BattleHawks have come back from being down 16 to being down 7 as we head into the final quarter. Winner obviously advances to play the Stallions next week in St. Louis in the UFL Championship game. Hold on 1 second. Still waiting for them to come back from commercial. But the Brahmas lead this one by 7 going into the fourth quarter, although the BattleHawks with the football. Looking to have a comeback win. This is a long commercial break. Alright, now they're back. Start of the fourth quarter. BattleHawks with the football down 7. 22-15. Each team has all 3 timeouts and their challenge remaining as we head into the fourth quarter of the XFL Conference Championship game. So 15 minutes to go. Ball on the Brahmas 47. First and 10 BattleHawks. McCarron. Off play action. Pump fakes the screen. Now throws the screen out to Pearson. Pearson is going to get taken down for a loss of 3. He's had a very quiet game. Brings up a 2nd and 13 following a loss of 3. Looked like they may have wanted to do a double pass for a second, with Pearson still being behind the line of scrimmage, but he just decides to run it. I think that might have been the play, I'm not really sure. But 2nd and 13. McCarron looks to throw. Pressured, rolls to his left. McCarron going to tuck it and run. McCarron going to slide after picking up 6. Actually give him 5. McCarron okay to run despite having a injured left ankle. Although doesn't seem to be bothered by it too much. 3rd and 8 from the 45. Play clock at 2. Empty backfield for McCarron. They get the snap off. He'll look to throw. McCarron is pressured. Steps up in the pocket. Nowhere to go. He's taken down for a sack. McCarron sacked back at his own 47. Not good for St. Louis. I think he dropped back too far. He needs to step up in the pocket there. Not drop back another couple steps. So 4th and 16, the BattleHawks send on the punt unit. Marcus Stevenson stands at his 10-yard line to field this punt. So the punt is away from the BattleHawks. Marquez Stevenson fields it at his own 8-yard line. And Stevenson on the return doesn't have a ton of space. He's going to find space up the sideline And Stevenson with a great return up to the 27. Didn't look like he had anywhere to go. He's able to find space. And gained 19 on the return. So 22-15. And the BattleHawks punted away. Roughly 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. $12:31 to go in the fourth quarter, to be exact. Still waiting for them to come back from commercial after the punt. Brahmas take over at their own 27-yard line with 12:31 to go. Results in the poll 50-50. Be sure to vote if you have not already done so. Also, winner of this game faces the Stallions next week in the UFL Championship game, which will be played in St. Louis. Put in Manny. Why? I think McCarron's been okay. Like, obviously he's slightly injured and he hasn't been gripped. They just haven't thrown the ball a ton. Here's the handoff to Lovett. It makes a cut, and Lovett picks up 4. So here is a 2nd and 6. For the Brahmas, ball on their own 29. They will go to the ground this time with McFarland, and McFarland will have 6 yards, and that is going to be enough for a Brahma first down. First and 10 from their own 35. 11-10 to go in the fourth quarter. They will keep it on the ground. Josh Lovett goes nowhere, taken down at the line of scrimmage. Josh Lovett in this game, 15 carries for 79 yards. The Brahmas' other running back, Anthony McFarland, has also played a good game. Had a long 61-yard touchdown run earlier, and he has 8 carries for 97 yards and a touchdown. So 2nd and 10 from the 35. 10.5 minutes to go. Garber's throw quickly to the outside, caught by Kirkland. He breaks the tackle. Kirkland's still on his feet. And Kirkland taken down at pick of 9. Brings up a 3rd and 1. Third and 1. Brahmas 4 of 10 on 3rd downs today. They're going to go with the Stallions T formation, then motion out of it. They're going to hand off to Ellison. Going to bounce this outside. Morgan Ellison taken down for a loss. Ellison loses 4. Drayvon Askew Henry with a big tackle. And the Brahmas going to be forced to punt it away. He's got nowhere to go, so he decides to bounce it outside. And he's unable to get the edge. So 4th and 4. The Brahmas going to punt it away. Brad Wing on to punt. Wing sends it away. There is Shepard fields it as 15. Shepard on the return is going to get taken down at the 28, so a solid 13-yard return. And it remains a 7-point Brahma lead, 22-15 with 8:59 to go in the XFL Conference Championship game. Hold on 1 second, just want to check something real quick. So still waiting for them to come back from commercial. BattleHawks with the ball back at, I believe, their own 28. Just got back from commercial. $8:59 to go. San Antonio leads 22-15. So 1st and 10 from their own 29. McCarron in shotgun. Wayne Gallman is the running back. Off play action, McCarron will look to throw. McCarron is pressured. He's going to roll to his right on the run. Throw downfield. Caught by Darius Shepard. Shepard versus field. Darius Shepard towards the sideline. Shepard now looks for a cutback lane. Still on his feet. Taken down at the 32. Big play there for St. Louis to start this drive. Nice job by McCarron. Navigating that pocket, delivering an accurate throw to Shepard, then Shepard, good with the ball in his hands, is their punt returner and kick returner for a reason, gets down to the 33. So from the 33, here's a 1st and 10. And they will go to the ground with Wayne Gallman, who's going to pick up 3 yards, getting it to the 30. We'll bring up a 2nd and 7. So from the 30, McCarron in shotgun. Gallman reins in at running back. Off play action, McCarron rolls to his right. McCarron on the run. Going to throw. Caught by Sutherland for a pickup of 5. Sutherland, their 2nd string tight end. Brings up a 3rd and 2. St. Louis has not converted a 3rd down today. Average 6.2 yards to go. They're 0 for 7. Play clock at 2. They snap it. Here comes a blitz. McCarron's sacked. Doesn't even have time to look up before he goes down for a sack. A big sack for the San Antonio defense. They send 6 players. And they get home. They've gotten quite a few sacks today. And, I thought that was the punt unit for a second. This is the field goal unit. 4th and 9. To make it a 4-point game, it will be an even 50 yards from the middle of the field, not on either hash. A 50-yard attempt to cut the lead to 4. The snap is good, hold is good, kick on the way, drifting right, and no good. Pushes it just right. It remains a 7-point game. So the Brahmas lead remains 7, 22-15. So 22-15 with 6:06 to go. Each team still has all 3 timeouts remaining. And the Brahmas going to take over at their own 40. So still waiting for them to come back from commercial. Brahmas with good field position at their own 40. So Brahmas up by 7, 6:06 to go. They got the ball on their own 40-yard line. Winner faces the Stallions next week in the UFL Championship game. They go to the ground with Josh Lovett, and Lovett picks up 3. Each team has all 3 timeouts remaining, as well as their challenge, where they can challenge literally anything. The Brahmas have really ran the ball effectively, 193 rushing yards today. Their season average is 96.2. They ran for just 56 yards last week, but Anthony McFarland and Josh Lovett both didn't play. Second and 6. They'll throw this here. That is to the outside, caught by Kirkland. And Jonte Kirkland gets it to the St. Louis 43, picks up a first down as well. And gain of about 13. First and 10, 5:05 to go. Chase Garbers, 15 of 20 passing for a little under 200 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. We have an injured BattleHawk down on the field. Can't tell who that is, but hopefully he's okay. Real quick, talking about the Brahmas rushing game a second ago, they've run for 193 yards today. I'm sorry, 197 yards. 103 and a touchdown from Anthony McFarland on 9 carries, and 84 yards from Josh Lovett on... it's John Lovett? I've called this man Josh Lovett the entire time since the start of last season. Oh my. I just realized that. It's John Lovett. I always said Josh. I've been calling this guy the wrong name for 2 years. That's insane. Technically just a year. Never mind. Well, 2 seasons. And I never realized that. Whoops. Well, here's the give to McFarland running left. Anthony McFarland is taken down after picking up 8. Rex gets forced out of bounds. 4:37 to go. BattleHawks defense cannot allow points. So here's a 2nd and 2. From the BattleHawk 35. McFarland again. He is going to fight forward for a first down, picking up 3. At what point do you start thinking about timeouts here for St. Louis? They got all 3 remaining. There's 3:50 to go. Both teams actually have all 3 timeouts remaining. From the 31, here's a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Lovett goes nowhere, losing 2. $3:20 to go. If this comes down to a field goal, Brahmas kicker Ryan Santoso has missed 5 of his last 6. He did make one, his most recent attempt, in the 3rd quarter. Here's a 2nd and 11. Play clock at 1. They just get the snap off. Garber's going to look to throw. Going to take a shot down the field. Open receiver. Incomplete. Justin Smith almost able to make a one-handed attempt. Slightly overthrown by Chase Garbers. Don't think the BattleHawks were expecting pass. Clock still running, only stops on incompletions, I think, inside of 2 minutes, which I don't like. I think it should be 5. I thought it actually was 5. They go back to the ground. Morgan Ellison. He picks up 5. Anthony Becht will not use a timeout. He will let this go to the 2-minute warning. 4th down here. The Brahmas probably going to send on the field goal unit to try to make it a 10-point game, which is a 2-score game, which would be huge. But we will have to see what ends up happening. Because right now, we're at a 4th down and roughly 5. You're not going to go for it. You're going to try to... I'm going to try to kick this field goal right here. And see if you can put this game not necessarily away, but essentially away right now. Your kicker's missed 5 of his last 6 kicks. It's a 44-45 yard kick, somewhere around that range. Not easy, especially when your kicker's struggling. Plus, even if you make it a 2-score game, with the alternative to the onside kick being a 4th and 12, we've seen teams convert that before and come back from that. The Brahmas actually the team I could think of most clearly to do that against the Showboats back in week 2. But I know there's been a couple other teams to convert it. I just don't think they've came back to win the game. But we will have to see if Ryan Santoso can kick a field goal. He missed from roughly this range. And I believe it was going this way as well. Last week, which would have essentially won the game for the Brahmas. Ryan Santoso, along with 51 on the year, 13 of 19 on field goals, 1 for 1 tonight, made a 31-yarder. This one a 45-yarder on 4th and 6 with 2 minutes to go in the game. The kick from Santoso on the way and right down the middle. He nails the kick. 10-point Brahma lead, still not over. The BattleHawks have all 3 timeouts. Oh, sorry. But the BattleHawks have all 3 timeouts. And with the alternative to the onside kick, they have a somewhat good chance to get the ball back if they score. So it's still far from over. If the Brahmas hang on to win this game, this would actually be their third, next week be their 3rd consecutive game in St. Louis. Because obviously this game's in St. Louis, next week's championship game's in St. Louis, plus they also played last week in St. Louis. So they could technically play 3 straight in the same city away from home. Kind of crazy to think about. So this kick is away. Shepard fields this at his own 15. There is Shepard on the return. Shepard is taken down at the 38 1:50 to go. So here comes A.J. McCarron and the BattleHawks offense. They need to avoid third down, but they haven't converted. But it's 4-down territory from now to the end of the game. So don't really have to worry about that too much. Need to make sure they can protect McCarron, allowed 4 sacks and 9 tackles for loss. So 1st and 10 from their own 38, McCarron in shotgun. Each team has all 3 timeouts left, minute 50 to go. McCarron looks to throw, quick throw underneath, caught by Butler. Hakeem Butler gains 8 on 1st down. Taken down inbounds, short of the line to gain, clock continues to run, 1:40 left. 2nd and 2, McCarron in shotgun, you can't use too much time here. They're using too much time. McCarron looks to throw, steps up in the pocket, can launch one way down the field, 2 receivers in the area, and it's almost intercepted. Somebody just launched what looked like a roll of toilet paper on the field. There was 2 receivers in the area, Stephen Mitchell, who I think was the intended target, as well as Hakeem Butler was down there as well. But they got the right idea. They need big plays. Especially no plays where you're taking down inbounds without picking up a 1st down. 3rd and 2. McCarron looks to throw, has time. Now gets pressured. Throws to the outside. Is caught by Butler. There's no way that clock should be running right there. That's either a 1st down and the clock gets stopped, or he's out of bounds. The clock's running right now. 1:11. Again, I don't know what the ref is looking at. He catches it right there. That's a 1st down. And then he's out of bounds. There is no way where that clock should be running. I think this should be at about 1:15. There's 1:11 on the clock right now. Not sure if St. Louis just used a timeout or not. They did. They now have 2 remaining. Brahmas with 3 timeouts left. Each team still has their challenge remaining. They shouldn't need to use a timeout right there. He's got a 1st down. Right there. Which stops the clock until the chains are set. Alright, they did put the time back on the clock. He's 1:15. But they shouldn't even have to use a timeout because he's out of bounds. So 1st and 10 from your own 49. Need big plays. McCarron looks to throw, steps up in the pocket, down the seam. Almost caught by Butler, broken up. I don't really think McCarron's been the problem. He hasn't played the greatest game. They also haven't thrown the ball a ton. But I don't think he's the reason to blame the reason they're losing right now. Here's a 2nd and 10 for the BattleHawks. Their own 49. McCarron looks to throw. Throws underneath, caught by Pearson. That is exactly what you don't need. He's able to break a tackle, get a 1st down, gains 15. Got to move quickly. .101 to go. Now under a minute. 1st and 10. Got to move faster. McCarron throwing quickly. Mitchell makes the catch out of bounds after gaining 7. I disagree. I don't think McCarron single-handedly lost you the game. I really don't think this was his greatest game, but I don't think he's single-handedly the reason. I think the offensive line deserves some blame, having 4 sacks. Get back to that in a second. 2nd and 2, McCarron. None of this check down stuff. 45 seconds left. Clock temporarily stops after the first down. Go to the end zone. You don't have all day. There's 45 seconds left. You're down by 10. 45 seconds. Now 40. Clock running. McCarron looks to throw. Has time. Now he goes deep down the field towards the end zone. Incomplete. Second and 10, 32 seconds left. Brahmas up by 10, 25-15. Here's a second and 10. Each team still has their challenge left. So if needed, the BattleHawks can look for something to challenge. If it gets to that point, they just need to have any hope. McCarron has time. Stop checking the ball down. I'm not even a BattleHawks fan and this is infuriating to watch. Go deep down the field. There's 25 seconds left. There's not enough time. You need touchdowns, not checkdowns. Third and 3 from the 18. Go to the end zone. McCarron looks to throw. Another 5-yard pass. At least they got a first down. That amounts to 21 seconds left. Yeah, right now McCarron definitely needs to be more aggressive. None of this checkdowns. You got to take chances at this point in the game. There's 21 seconds left. Potentially in your season. Likely in your season. Looks to throw here. Rolls to his left. McCarron directs traffic. Goes to the end zone. Incomplete. 15 seconds left. Game's still on? Yeah, there's 15 seconds left. Here's a second and 10. 15 seconds left. McCarron, the outside, that is incomplete, knocked away from Darius Shepard. Go to the end zone. I mean, if they were going to do this, they should have just tried to kick a field goal first and then go for the touchdown. I know that's not necessarily the order you should do it. But, I mean, what are you doing? Throw the ball into the end zone. If it's caught, great, you still have a chance. If not, maybe you get a penalty. If it's incomplete, you have more downs to work with. Throw it to the end zone. Third and 10. McCarron looks to throw. They're throwing it underneath. Mitchell bobbles it. Should have just dropped it right there. This is some of the worst play calling and game management I've seen. Especially at the end of a game. What are you doing? The BattleHawks call their second timeout. It's fourth down. It's fourth and 10. There's 5 seconds left. Fourth and 10. This is probably going to be the last play of the game. McCarron in shotgun. Now he throws it to the end zone. It's incomplete. And the clock hits zeros. That's it. The Brahmas win this one 25-15 and advance to play the Stallions in the UFL Championship game. this is terrible game management at the end of this game by the BattleHawks. They had a chance to win, get the ball back with a minute 50 left, 3 timeouts. You don't score once, and you throw check down after check down after check down. This was brutal. Not even a BattleHawks fan in this pains me to watch. But the Brahmas win this one. Let me just change this real quick. So now it creates something really interesting next week. We got the Stallions and the Brahmas. The Brahmas the only team to beat the Stallions this season. So it makes it really interesting next week. We'll have to see if the Stallions can get the win to win their 3rd straight spring football championship, or if the Brahmas can get the win and beat the Stallions for the 2nd time. But the BattleHawks dropped this game to the Brahmas. They finished the season 7-4. The Brahmas are now 8-3, including this game. And will play a 3rd straight game in St. Louis next week. As they played last week in St. Louis, they played this week in St. Louis, and the championship game is next week in St. Louis. But I will be live for the championship game again next week. Be sure to like the stream, subscribe, turn notifications so you don't miss next week's stream, anything like that. Yeah, I'll be live next week for the UFL Championship. I think that's at 5 Eastern Time. So that's an annoying time for me, being on the East Coast. It's like right when I eat dinner. Well, I eat dinner after that, but that's annoying. But I will find a way to stream it. I can guarantee you that. So be sure to subscribe, turn notifications so you don't miss that. Final score 25-15. Brahmas win. But that's gonna do it for today's stream, everybody. Thank you guys for watching. Going to your comment real quick. If a player is hurt, it really just depends on the level of injury. I understand saying McCarron shouldn't play if he's injured, but it's a playoff game. I think a lot of players are going to try to play through that. But it really just depends on the player. Alright, but thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like the stream, subscribe, turn notifications. I'll be live for the UFL Championship game next Sunday. Got a lot of videos throughout the week coming out. But be sure to like the stream, subscribe, turn notifications so you don't miss any other upcoming videos or upcoming streams. I do my best to post as often as possible. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, and I'll see you in the next video.